This workout is a combination of both upper and lower body. We're focused on your pull muscles, so we'll have your hamstrings involved, the back, upper back, your shoulders, your biceps, of course a little bit of cardio and some core. What you need for the workout is your heavy set of dumbbells, your light set of dumbbells, a mat, a small bench or box. Grab a quick sip of water, make sure you get in a warm up, and we're going to start at the back of your box for our first circuit. We're going through 4 different exercises and we'll do 3 rounds. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. I've got my timer. I'm going to go to the back of my box and we'll get started. Your first movement here is going to start with a single leg burpee. If you can't stay on one side, you can do both legs instead. So we're going to start with 45 seconds on just the left side. In 3, 2, 1, go. I want your hands up on the box, and that's just to help a little with the flexibility as you come in. So we're going out to the plank, into that squat, and then up with the hop. So if you're modifying here, you can stay on both legs and do the burpee, or you can even step through it. So you can step out to the plank, step in, and then up with that hop. And time, good. Grab your weights. We're gonna keep that left foot planted out in front. Your right leg's back in what's called a runner's lunge. Chest is forward, and we've got a back row here. So you need both your heavier weights. Leg it bent in the front, straight in the back, and come in with a row. So you should have a good burn in that front leg. Make sure you've got a good bend here. The chest is facing the ground, 90-degree angle here, and the back leg is straight. I don't know if y'all can see my back leg. So your back leg is just out straight, and we're rowing here. 5 seconds. Good, that's time. All right, switching to the other side. So you've got your right leg going out in that single leg burpee. All right, I'm breathing hard already. All right, clock's on. As you're trying to balance, make sure you're keeping that core pulled in tight. If this movement is too advanced, go to both legs. And time, good. Now you have your right leg out in front planted, left leg back straight, 90-degree angle here, and we're going right and back into that row. Three, 2, 1. As you're pulling the elbows back, you should be squeezing through your shoulder blades. All right, that's time. We're back to the left leg. So that's our 4 movements. We're gonna go through it 3 times. Oh, this is gonna be a tough one. All right, 3, 2, 1, let's go. time. Good. Left leg out in front planted, back leg is out straight. Chest facing the ground, elbows pulling back, squeezing through the shoulder blades. We got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, let's go. If your weights get too heavy here, you can drop to your lighter set of weights. You should feel everything in that back side of your body working. Lower back is pulled in tight, upper back squeezing through your shoulder blades, and the back of this leg here is stationary. More seconds. Woo. Leg is on fire. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Other side. Back to that single leg burpee. Deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. More seconds. Stay with me. 3, 2, 1. Good. Right leg out in front planted. Pull and squeeze to the back. All right. 3, 2, 1. In position. Let's go. It's hard to stay low here. Make sure you're focusing on the back not rounding, staying flat, and this leg staying low, back leg straight. A lot of tightness here in that front leg. Whew. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Whew. I'll be glad when this circuit's over. One more round, right back to that left leg. We'll get a minute break after this set, so stay with me. In 3, 2, 1. Last round here. As you're trying to balance, make sure you're pulling that core in tight. Also, you want to make sure your heel is flat on the ground here before you stand up. I don't want you up on your toe, getting a bad angle on your knee. So out to that plank, hop the foot right underneath, and then up. Whew. Losing my balance. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right. Keep that left leg planted. Drop the butt low. Pull back in the row. 3, 2, 1. Excuse my neighbor's dogs. You're distracting me. All right, we got 15 seconds here. Make sure your core is pulled in tight, back is flat, squeeze into the shoulder blades. 5 seconds. 4, Other side. 5 seconds. Catch your breath. And let's work. 3, 2, 1. Fifteen seconds here. Two, one, time, good. Right leg planted, back without rope. Whew. One more minute and we'll get a water break. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Make sure the hips staying low in the front, back staying flat. 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1, good. Whew, all right, rest 1 minute, grab a sip of water, and then we'll rotate to the next circuit. All right, your next circuit, you may want your lighter set of weights. Try the first round with a heavy set. If you can't keep your range of motion and your form, then we'll go to the lighter set. We're gonna start at the back of your box, just like we did on the last circuit. And we're starting with squat thrust. So essentially the bottom half of a burpee. We're gonna go, you got 15 more seconds for us. I'm gonna show you from the back of my box so you can see where my legs land and where I want your lower body for that bicep curl. So we've got both your weights here on the box. Your hands either on your weights or on the box. You're gonna do 2 squat thrusts, then two squat thrusts, then 2 hammer curls. So you're going out, 1, 2, then we'll take the chest up and do 2 hammer curls. 1, 2, back to your squat thrust. 1, 2, and then up and curl. 1, 2, good. Your legs should be staying about shoulder width apart. Got 5 more seconds. Try to finish out 1 more set on that squat thrust. 1, 2, good, that's time. Next one, we're going from a deadlift to a shoulder movement, so a high row. I'm gonna stand on my box to show you the movement. If you're flexible, you may be able to stretch a little bit below your box. Otherwise, just go as low as your body lets you without losing your form. So here and there. Deadlift. In your high row, I want you to lead with your elbows. You're making that V movement and then stretch right back into the deadlift. On the deadlift, your back is flat, legs are straight. You should feel the hamstrings working as you come down and up, and then the shoulders are pulling here. 10 more seconds. Next movement is So again, an isometric hold on your legs and then a movement through your arms. We come up where you can see. Want your legs a little wider than shoulder width, toes turn out, drop your hips down in that squat and then curl here. So you're trying to hold that 90-degree angle as you curl. Make sure you're not leaning back with that bicep curl. Your abs are pulled in tight, chest is straight up. If your weights get too heavy, drop to your lighter set here. Good, hips down and low. Anytime we're using the lower body while we work the upper body, you'll feel an increase in your heart rate. And a burn in the legs. All right. Abs pulled in tight, hips are dropped down low, and time there. All right, fourth movement, walking out in an inchworm. You're gonna plank walk on the right arm, plank walk on the left arm, and then walk back in. Abs are pulled in tight. Start with a stretch through the hamstrings. You'll walk out to the plank, walk down. Left arm first, then the right arm leads, and then walk back in. The abs are pulled in tight. Make sure you're flat when you do that walk. If you need to modify this, you can do on your knees. So we've got 2 plank walks, and then walk it back in. Flat back, tight core. That's your second circuit, round 1. So we've got 2 more rounds of that, then we'll get a 1-minute rest. Back to the back of your backs. You've got 2 squat thrusts, then 2 hammer curls. Rest is short, and that's what's keeping your heart rate up, keeping that calorie burn. So we got 2 squat thrusts, chest comes up, and do 2 hammer curls. All right, that's time. Your next movement is the deadlift with a high row. So I'm gonna be up on my backs, trying to stretch just a little below parallel. You just go as low as you can without your back rounding. So back is flat, legs are straight, stretch down, up with that row. And time, good. We've got your squat hold next. The feet are wide, toes turn slightly out, abs are pulled in tight. Drop the hips down low and hold. In 3, 2, 1. Good, make sure your hips are staying low, abs are pulled in tight. We've got 10 seconds. All right, time, good. Fourth movement, inchworm out, plank walk, walk back in. Focus on the core being pulled in tight for these. 3, 2, 1. Good. Stretch down, walk out. Make sure the back is flat on these plank walks. Core pulled in tight. Deep breaths. We're almost there. All right. We've got one more round. Back to that squat thrust and hammer curl. Let's go. Stay with me. All right, that's time. We got your deadlift. Next, all of these movements, I want you to focus on keeping the core pulled in tight. 3, 2, 1, let's go. You should feel a lot of stretch in the back of your legs as you're going down. All right, wide squat next with a bicep curl. So toes turn out just a little bit. Weights are here. Drop the hips down and we'll curl. I have a feeling this set's gonna feel a little harder than the last two. Stay low. Abs are pulled in tight. Work those arms. Whew. All right, that's time. All right, last movement in the circuit. Inchworm out, plank walk, pull the core in tight. So we're getting a good stretch in the back of your legs, working on some of that flexibility, and then you've got to push through the shoulders. So the shoulders and upper back, working here. As your hands walk back in, try to keep the legs as straight as you can. So I'm going to show you here, legs are straight, and then walk back out. Right, that's the end of your second circuit. We've got 1 minute rest, and then we're gonna go through 2 ab movements, 3 rounds each on those. So grab your water if you need it, and then we'll go on the mat for your next segment. All right, you got about 45 more seconds rest. We're gonna start, I'll go ahead and show you the first movement. You're gonna start on your mat, on your back. One leg's planted on the ground. The other leg's gonna stay parallel here, but straight. You're gonna take your arm, come up, grab the ankle, reach for the toe, and back down with control. So we're working a little flexibility, trying to grab here with a straight leg. If you can't reach the toe, just grab on your calf. Make sure the abs are pulled in tight, no swinging movement, just a controlled pull. We've got 5 seconds, and then we'll start. We'll alternate right leg, left leg. So start with that right leg out, come up, control, pull, control back down, and switch sides. Try to keep the legs parallel. All of our core movements, I want you to focus on a lot of control. No momentum, just pulling through those abs. Whew. Oh, mine are feeling weak. 3, 2, 1, go. We've got a 15-second rest. Next movement's a hold. So we've got options here. Original movement would be tabletop position with your hands here. If you need to modify that, you can set the feet on the ground, lean back, or you can even leave the hands on the ground. Just focus on pulling that stomach in tight. So clock's on. Start here if you can. If you want to advance it, you can go up with straight legs. I'm not there right now, honestly. I'm not even at the tabletop. So I'm gonna set my feet down and then just lean back and hold here. You may feel a little in those hip flexors as those are connected to your core. Just focus on pulling that abdomen down and deep breaths. We've got 15 more seconds here. Three, 2, 1, good. Take a second rest and then we'll go back to those leg climbs. So we've got 3 sets on just those 2 movements. You're going to see my weakness here when it comes to core. All right. Leg climb up, try to reach for the toe, control back down and switch legs. Uh-oh. So if you need to modify these, you can just come up with a crunch. So the leg is up, you're going to crunch up and pause, and then switch sides. Leg is up, crunch up and pause and switch sides. I'm going to try to keep coming all the way up for as long as I can. We've got 10 more seconds. All right, back to our balance hold next. So start with those feet at tabletop. If you're feeling in your lower back, you can support your back here. Just make sure your core is pulled in tight. And if you want to go straight legs in that V, be my guest. Another modification here, you can lightly hold your hands on your knees and just take a little pressure off those hip flexors. Otherwise, your hands are out straight here. We've got 20 seconds left. Three, 2, 1, good. One more set. 15-second rest and back to your leg climbs. All right, last set. Remember, if you're modifying, your legs here, crunch and pause, and then switch. Crunch and pause. All right, back to our hold. It's our last minute here. Three, two, one, let's go. Legs up at 90 degrees. Hands are here, here, or you can set the legs down and just pull that abdomen in. Make sure you're feeling the movement in your core. So whether that means you need to modify or if you need to advance it here, I want you to feel that burning in the abdomen. All right, finish strong. We got 20 seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, that is your workout. I'm going to challenge you to go, we're going to go back. We did 8 different exercises. We're going to go back from top to finish and do just 10 rounds on each of those 8 exercises from, sorry, not 10 rounds, 10 reps on each of those exercises from our circuit. If you have had to modify the workouts up until this point, then I want you to press pause, take a little break, and then come back in and finish with us. It'll be no more than about 6 or 7 minutes to knock out those 8 moves. We're gonna start at the top, so with your single leg burpee on the left side. Let's finish strong, ladies. We're almost done. All right, so I'll count out with you. We're going 10 reps on everything. My abs are tired, it's hard to balance. 8, 9, and 10, good. Left leg planted, back leg out straight. We've got 10 rows. So chest is down to the ground, pull and squeeze here. 1, good, 10. Other side, 10 burpees. Five, 6, 7, 10. All right, right leg out planted, 90 degrees. Pull and squeeze in that row. All right, that was our first circuit. That went quick. On to our next one. So we've got 2 squat thrusts, 2 hammer curls. So these are going to count every rep. 2, 1, 2, 4, 3, 6, 8. This is 8, 7, 8. 2 more. 9, 10. All right, got our deadlift with high row next. So really stretch down through those hamstrings, flat back, come up with a row. Five more. 9, one more, and 10. All right, we've just got 2 more movements. Out to your wide squat next. Toes are turned out, hips are dropped down low, abs pulled in tight. Right here, 10 reps. 3, 4, 5, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. All right, last movement. Inchworm out, 2 plank walks, and inchworm back in. Again, we'll count every rep on these. So when you get out, you've got 1, 2, and walk back in. 3, 4, and walk back in. All right, one more time. Great job. That is your workout. I'm proud of y'all. You did awesome. I'll see you on the next workout.